I'm Lindsay Whitley, the Associate Superintendent for Communications and Community Engagement for Cumberland County Schools. Welcome to Coffee Conversations, a program of Cumberland Family Academy. This monthly show allows us to provide timely information to the families of our school system. During each episode, we discuss relevant topics and chat with district and community leaders who share important information with our viewers. In today's episode, we're covering some exciting topics from our district. We will be having a conversation about our latest STARward STEM event with Mrs. Sabrina Steigelman and one of the winning teams. Additionally, we will be celebrating mentorship with Mr. Antonio Daniels of the LevelUp Youth Enrichment Program. And then later on, we will talk to Cumberland County Schools Family and Community Engagement Specialist, Angel Walters. And we will be updating you on some of our latest family engagement outreach programs, including the Family Ambassador Program. So today, please stay tuned, grab your cup of coffee, and be sure to join in for an exciting discussion as we jump right in to today's episode of Coffee Conversations. So first of all, I'm excited to bring to you Mrs. Steigelman. She's the CCS Grants and Project Management Coordinator for Academic Services. And we also have today one of our winning teams from the STARward STEM Expo. And they're going to tell us a little bit more about what's next after winning. And we're just very excited. So thank you once again for joining us. So first of all, we'll start with you, Mrs. Steigelman. You're up. First question, okay. What are some things that students were able to learn last night? I was there. It was excitement in the air. We had students, families, our future scientists. What were some of the things that our students were able to experience at that STARward STEM Expo?
So last night at the STARward STEM Expo, students and parents were able to interact with local industry partners, educational partners, and STEM professionals. This included partners such as FTCC, ETI, UNCP, and the U.S. Army. Even more exciting, students were given the opportunity to answer questions about their recent design challenges, discuss their proposed projects with all attendees. And the icing on the cake is a graduate of Douglas Byrd High School. Captain Antonelli is a retired astronaut. He was there to share some inspiring stories and videos with students.
Wow, very exciting. It was exciting last night and really a once in a lifetime experience for our students as well as our educators. Now, Mrs. Steigelman, for us non-scientists, can you share with us a little bit more about what STARward STEM is all about, who's involved with it, and why is it important for our young people?
So STARward STEM is a grant-funded program funded through the Department of Defense STEM, and RTI, as well as Cumberland County Schools. We have additional partnerships with industry professionals to help make the project happen. But really, the goal of STARward STEM is to create STAR moments for students that are tied to STEM. And we define STAR moments as something they'll always remember. The programmatic goal is to increase diversity in the STEM field, pique student interest, and prepare them for jobs that don't even exist yet.
Wow, that's truly exciting. And I can tell based on all of the exciting projects last night that you really are accomplishing those goals. And it's just exciting to watch and see. So talking about winners, I think just the opportunity to participate in a program like this, I feel like all of our students have won and our educators who are participating. But I know that, tell us what it means to be a winner. And then if you could briefly tell us about some of the winners from last night.
So there were 3 winning teams last night. We have a team from W.H. Owen Elementary School, 71st Classical Middle School, who's joining with us today for this Coffee Conversations, and Van Story Hills Elementary School. Between now and the launch, these winners are going to work to prepare their experiments for launch to the International Space Station, where they can be tested. And they're also going to be polishing their poster presentations. Last year's winners were able to present their poster presentations about their experiment to the public while visiting the Kennedy Space Center. And we were there in hopes of being able to watch our project's launch to the International Space Station. There were some weather delays that prohibited that from happening, but we're crossing our fingers that this year, when we go to Kennedy Space Center, we'll actually see the launch in person.
Wow, that is simply amazing. Speaking of winners, we have, as you stated, one of our winning teams here from 71st Classical Middle School. Is anybody here from 71st in the house? All right. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. I don't know if we have a team spokesperson or who will speak up, but just tell us, we want to hear from you. How do you feel about being a winner of the STARward STEM Expo?
So it feels very nice, but we actually didn't really expect to win. So when we won, it was a very big surprise.
Good deal. It was exciting last night to see you all and the excitement on your faces. Can you tell us a little bit about your experiment?
Okay, so we were studying the physical properties of frankincense. So our idea was to put some frankincense resin in a mixed sticks tube, and we were going to send it to the ISS, and the astronauts there, they would monitor it every few hours, see if there had been any changes, just to make sure that it doesn't change, so that we're able to use it in space to kind of help astronauts.
Wow, see, y'all were smart. I need a tutor to explain that to me, what y'all were talking about. But what you said sounds exciting, and I am proud to be part of Cumberland County Schools, and you explained that very, very well. So that's very exciting. Now, how do y'all feel about your experiments going to space? How do you feel about that?
Well, we didn't expect it. We didn't expect it, and we thought, oh wow, we're gonna go to Florida and we're gonna see the rocket go up into space with our project on there.
It feels really cool to know that something you worked on is gonna go to like a really important place like the ISS.
I agree. You should definitely be proud. I'm sure something you will never forget. One last question for you, successful students. What was your favorite part of this experience?
Well, I don't know what their favorite parts are, but my favorite part was recording the video.
Oh,
I liked working with them because they're some of my best friends, and I love working with them.
yeah. My least favorite part was recording the video. I don't know why. You would pick that moment. I think my favorite part was just putting the project together. It was kind of a process deciding what we wanted to do. And then we had like a few issues with it in the beginning. It was really hard, but at the end, I liked it when it was all done because it was nice.
Well, I can tell you your hard work has paid off. And we are excited for you here at Cumberland County Schools. And we're just so proud of the wonderful work that you've done and that you will continue to do. Mrs. Steigelman, before we close out this segment, would you please just tell us a little bit about this event? Is it an annual event? And, you know, I know we want to continue this event. Could you talk about a little bit just why this is important for the success of our young people?
So we are in the discussing and planning phase of what is this going to look like beyond grant funding. It is quite expensive, but we are crossing our fingers because it really is tied to student success. We see that just hearing how articulate these students are and explaining their experiments. Like you said, I feel like I need a tutor to tell me all about the physical properties of frankincense. That just blows my mind. But this program really is important to the success of our students. It allows our students to not only listen to and learn about science, it's allowing students to research and actually do science. Their hands-on experience is invaluable and shows students that they can do anything, and the main ingredient is creativity.
Well, that is simply amazing. Mrs. Steigelman, thank you so much for helping to organize this event with all of your team members. Congratulations to all of our winners, to you, our students, Dr. Tillman, to you and your entire staff, teachers, everyone. I know this has been a Herculean effort, but you work together for our students, and we hope that this experience further instills your passion for STEM-related activities. So with that, we just want to say thank you and continue to reach for the stars, okay? Have a great day. We're excited about our next segment today as we talk about mentoring in our schools. Through the Cumberland County Schools Strategic Plan, one of our priorities is committed community. We understand that to help our students be successful, we need to partner with community stakeholders. And so we're so excited about the many volunteers and mentors that support our students on a daily basis. They collaborate with our premier professionals and they help us create successful students. And so in this segment, we're very excited about our special guest, Mr. Antonio Daniels. He's the lead site administrator of LevelUp Youth Enrichment Program, and he works with his team of mentors to go into our schools to mentor, tutor, and enrich the lives of students. So Mr. Daniels, welcome to Coffee Conversations.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. Thank you so
You're
much.
more than welcome. So can you tell us, Mr. Daniels, just a little bit about your mentoring program and how it's benefiting our young people?
Okay, LevelUp Youth Enrichment. What it is it's a after school enrichment program. And so what we do, we have 2 segments, which is an academics portion of it, as well as an enrichment / mentoring section of it. Right now, we're operating off a North Carolina grant, which we've been having for the last 2.5 years. We have at least 100. Well, we have 120 students. What we do is we hire teachers, certified teachers, to come in, and they do the academics portion of it. And then we have outsiders, as myself, sometimes come in and we do the mentoring and enrichment part of the program.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Can you talk about just, I guess, from the enrichment side, what are some of the topics that you cover with students?
Wow, it's a range of topics. So some of the topics that we have discussed over the last year, it can be anything from bullying. It can be self-identification, identity. We talk about personal hygiene. We do everything from talking about just life in general, life coaching. Basically, that's some of the things that we try to do with the students is really mentor on life coaching, their behavior and their attitude and how to move forward when tough situations come along in life. And so that's basically kind of like the gist of it. It's a fun program, awesome program.
It sounds very exciting, just to have the opportunity for our students to see successful individuals such as yourself and to just have other caring adults to share information and resources with them. It's really a priceless opportunity, and we really appreciate all that you're doing. I know you mentioned that you offer tutoring services as well. Are there certain topics that you cover or helping with homework, or how does that process work?
Right. So when the students come in the program, so the program is from 3 to 6. When they come in, we try to give them that brain break because they just came out of 7.5 hours of school. So we try to give them at least 30 to 45 minutes of just debriefing, calming down, enjoying themselves, talking, socializing. They may get on their cell phones and play around a little bit. And then what we do is after that, we go into helping with homework. So we do have a homework segment to where we can't help a student complete all of their homework, but our job is to try to get them started on it. Any questions that they may have or any problems they may have with homework and during school hours, our teachers are there to assist them. Then from there, they go on to rotate to 3 different core classes, which is our math class, our ELA class, and then we have a SEL class, which is a social emotional learning class. So that's where a lot of the mentoring takes place, is in the SEL class.
Wow, that is outstanding. It sounds
Yeah.
like you all have it going on.
Yeah.
And our students, of course, they're the ultimate beneficiaries of your hard work. I'm sure without a doubt that you have some success stories. I'm sure you're impacting lives. Would you mind sharing any of your success stories or some of the outcomes based on the implementation of your program?
Sure. One that comes to mind right off the top of my head is we had a student in our program. He started with the program 2.5 years ago. When he first signed up for his mother, first signed him up for the program, he didn't have great social skills. He was very reserved. His mother said he had spent, of course, with the COVID situation, he had spent a lot of his time just closed in his room with himself. He didn't have any friends. And so his mother enrolled him into our program. Within the first year of the program, I mean, this student blossomed. I mean, his social skills increased greatly. Not only that, he made friends. So when the second year came around, which was last year, he actually did not enroll back into the program because he had basically kind of built his social skills up to where he wanted to join the marching band. And him and his newfound friends joined the marching band. And so his mother called me and she was like, hey, I really appreciate what y'all program done for my son. Before, he never talked about joining anything. Before, he never had any friends that he talked with. He didn't socialize well with other students. And so by him being in the program for a year, it really helped build his social skills to where he really wanted to do something different, such as join the marching band and participate in outside activities in the school. And so when she called and told me that, that was really heartwarming to see that the program has kind of tapped on this student and kind of put a little life back inside of him with social skills and making friends and wanting to do something different and move forward with his life. So that's one of the stories that really stuck with me about the program and with that particular student.
Wow, thank you. I mean, you're truly making a difference along with your team. And once again, when we say committed community here in Cumberland County Schools, that's exactly what we mean. It's about joining forces with you as community partners and organizations to support our students. And so I'm excited, very excited about the work that you're doing. Now, someone may be watching today and they may want to know, how do they get involved in your program if they want to help out, if they want to support it? What would you tell them?
Sure. I would be the first contact to get in contact with. And let me say right off the bat, I have a great and awesome team that helps me. I don't do it by myself. I don't take all the credit, none whatsoever. I have a great team behind me. Matter of fact, the program, me and my pastor's wife, my pastor is Dr. William H. Walker, and his wife, Ava Walker. They are the pastors of Living in Authority Ministries here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So me and his wife, we started the program. And so the church, they stuck behind us. They saw the vision. And so they have been there every step of the way. Also, Dr. Ray, who is our grant writer, she has been there by our side. So those are the 4 core people, me and myself, and those 3 other people are the core people, the leaders on LevelUp who get the ball rolling with everything. So if you want to get in contact and you want to know how you can volunteer, you would definitely contact me at adaniels@livingmen.org. So again, that's adaniels@livingmen.org.
Excellent. And that information is on the screen for our viewing audience. So, of course, if you want to reach out and figure out how you can support this outstanding program that is supporting our young people, that information is on the screen. So, Mr. Daniels, we've covered a lot. I feel like I've learned so much about what you're doing, you and your organization, to support our young people. Do you have any closing thoughts, or is there something I did not touch on that you would like to share with our viewing audience?
I do. One of the things that we also found out in that program when we first started is that our kids was definitely having issues learning academically because of their need for food. So when we first started the program, we was just giving them a light snack. And we saw that the light snack really wasn't working, that they like, hey, we're not going to do no work until we get something in our system. And so what we did, we, with the help of our ministry, Living Authority Ministries, we started cooking, and we hired a kitchen staff in our commercial kitchen area in our church. So we started cooking meals. So now, and plus we have a food grant that kind of helps out a little bit, but of course, when you're trying to feed students, 120 kids, it takes a lot of resources. And so we feed all our kids at our 4 feeder schools, which is Lewis Chapel Middle School, New Century Middle School, J.W. Kuhn Elementary, and Brentwood Elementary. So we feed all our students dinner, as well as we have transportation where we take them home when we're completed at 6 o'clock. So that's one of the highlights of the program as well, is that the kids get a chance to eat something, some nutritional food, so that way they can continue to thrive and, move forward with their academics and, kind of like help finish off their day. And it also helped the parents as well a little bit.
That's amazing. You're really supporting the needs of the whole child. And that's so very important. I mean, you're touching on academics, social and emotional well-being, but even the physical needs of our children. So we once again just thank you and your organization for everything you're doing to give back to our young people. And we hope that you continue to be very successful in your endeavors. And to our viewing audience, those of you who may want to volunteer, may want to contribute or adopt the school, we are placing information on the screen. Please visit our community engagement website, where you can learn about several opportunities to support our young people, just like Mr. Daniels and his team is doing on a daily basis. So once again, it's been a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Today, I'm very excited about our final segment. We're going to talk about Cumberland Family Academy, the district's family engagement outreach arm, but specifically, we want to talk about one of the programs we're offering through Cumberland Family Academy, which is our Family Ambassador program. Now, we know that in the educational environment, when we engage families and create partnerships with them, amazing things happen for our young people. And so today, I'm excited about talking about one of my favorite topics, a passion of mine, family engagement. And so we are continuing as a school system to reach out to our families and create opportunities for them to engage with us. Today, I'm excited to have our family engagement specialist, Angel Walters, to give an update on our very exciting Family Ambassador program that we have recently established here in Cumberland County Schools. So first of all, welcome, Mrs. Walters. How are you doing this morning?
Fabulous. It's a great day in Cumberland County Schools.
It truly is. It truly is. All right. So let's talk about family engagement. Let's talk about Family Ambassador program. What is the goal of the Family Ambassador program?
Well, as a district, we want to strengthen that communication between our families, our schools, and with us here at the district. So the goal of this program is to create volunteer positions in our schools so that these individuals can work closely with the school and district leaders to plan and promote family engagement activities and outreach opportunities that will benefit the families in their schools. So our hopes is that this will increase awareness of what is available in the district to our families that they may not even be aware of.
So this is amazing. It's really like a way of a peer-to-peer outreach. You know, I know as a school district, we're often sending news and information and resources to families, but I think one exciting element about the Family Ambassador program, we now have parents in place that can actually reach out to other families. And I think that's a powerful thing.
Yes, I agree.
So how many family ambassadors do we currently have on board with Cumberland County Schools?
We launched this pilot program in January with nearly 60 schools being representative, and that is great. That is almost all of them And our goal is to start next school year with having every school representative with a family ambassador.
So just think about that. I believe we're at 86 schools.
Right.
And so to have 86 parent leaders who are out there in the community, I think of this as a way of really the same information we're sharing each week through parent links and through the website. Just imagine having 86 parents being able to get that information in very unique ways to other parents. I think it's just a very exciting thing. Now, as we think about the role and the responsibilities of a parent ambassador, will you share some of the things that family ambassadors are doing or may do in the future?
Family ambassadors will meet with us monthly to learn about what is happening in CCS. And during those meetings, they're going to receive resources that will support the family engagement outreach that they're going to do at their schools. So ultimately, they're going to serve as liaisons between the family, school officials to help those parents and caregivers become more engaged in their children's educational process. And at the same time, share what they have learned at our meetings so that they know what's available to them. And in doing that, they can do multiple activities. They can come to board meetings to learn about district initiatives that are happening and learn about student recognitions and staff recognitions. And these are all wonderful opportunities for them to see what is going on during those meetings. They can also have outreach tables where they can introduce themselves and help the school gather volunteers for programs that they've got coming up, and just get out there, because what we want is for them to be able to converse with those families, to learn what those families need, bring that information back to us so that we know what the families need, and then we can coordinate with them to plan events accordingly.
So that's very exciting. So really, in a way, it's a growth opportunity for families. They get to come to monthly meetings, learn information about academics, community resources. And of course, we want them to use it to help their own children, but then they have the responsibility to help reach other families. And so one of the things I'm excited about is seeing the creative things that they will decide to do, because I believe as a peer-to-peer program, families really know how to reach other families in ways that maybe we wouldn't understand. And so I'm excited about the possibilities of the program. And so I know that the family ambassadors, they're not employees, right? So explain to us their status and what it means that they are volunteers, but yet get reward points.
You're right. CCS employees are not eligible for this program. What we wanted to find was volunteers that wanted to give their time, and the time that they give specifically to the events that they help out with, they're going to earn rewards points. Then they're going to turn those rewards points to us. We're going to tally them up, and then they can receive a check. So they do get reimbursement for their time that they could spend however they'd like.
So it's kind of like a small stipend, of course, and I know it probably won't cover the amount of work that they do, but it would certainly be a way of, celebrating with our volunteers. And so we're excited about that incentive. I know in the initial meeting that we held in January, it was the first meeting. There was a lot of excitement in the air. I was just thrilled to see the excitement of the family ambassadors, and just they had a lot of ideas. So tell us a little bit about that first meeting and your take on, their reception to the program.
Our first meeting was fabulous. They got to know each other. They got to collaborate. We did a project where they got to share what their superpowers were, and they got to really pull from what they can bring to the program and share it with the other ambassadors. That way they can work together so that when they're doing their events, they may see this person has a stronger skill than another person, so that when they work together, they'll be able to plan events and they'll be able to collaborate and share. And at that time, they were just excited. They were ready to leave that meeting and take charge. They already had their tasks. They already had their to-do list. They already wanted to go out, talk to the administrators of their schools, and introduce themselves to the families so that they can start to begin to identify those specific needs and interests that their families need and then plan events accordingly.
I tell you, it's certainly an exciting time for Cumberland County Schools. You know, the Family Ambassador Program is just one of the amazing initiatives that we are offering to the parents and guardians of our students here in Cumberland County Schools. And we're really listening to our families. You know, we have an opportunity to hear from you as our families, and you're telling us the things you would like to see. And so I encourage you, if you haven't done so already, please visit the Family Academy website. We've put the Cumberland Family Academy website on the screen for you. Go there. You can learn more about, of course, the Family Ambassador Program that we talked about today. But there are several other initiatives, family night sessions, on-demand sessions, master classes, and just a wealth of information and resources for today's families. And ultimately, we want to continue that strong partnership with our families, because that is how we will have our students succeed, you know, in the classroom and beyond. So, Mrs. Walters, thank you so much for being here today. Is there anything else, any closing comments as it relates to the Family Ambassador Program, or anything you would like to share with our viewing audience?
I'm just looking forward to the next meeting. I want to see everybody come back and tell us all about how their first month went and all about their successes and all about the ideas that they have for the future, because I think that these are all things that we can implement in one way, shape, or form.
Outstanding. Well, thank you for being here today, and to our viewing audience, thank you so much for watching Coffee Conversations. And remember, we are better together. So let's continue to work together on behalf of our young people. Have a great day.